The gentleman from Frederick, Mr. Berg.
Mr. Speaker, I request permission to take the center aisle for presentation.
Gentleman may proceed.
And I would ask that Delegates Slovak and Minshew and Webert join me.
The gentleman from Frederick.
Mr. Speaker, I request that the clerk report House Joint Resolution 373.
Clerk will report a resolution.
House Joint Resolution number 373, celebrating the life of the Honorable Harry F. Byrd Jr.
Thank you.
John Frederick.
Mr. Speaker, fellow delegates and guests, it's my honor to welcome to the floor of the House of Delegates two sons of Harry F. Byrd Jr., Harry Byrd III and Thomas Byrd, and also his wife Sharon. And there are also several grandchildren in the gallery that I would like to recognize. Mr. Speaker, Harry F. Byrd Jr. Was born in Winchester in 1914 and passed away last July 30th in Winchester at the age of 98. He was best known nationally for his political career. He served the Virginia State Senate in 1947 at the age of 32, and he served for 18 years and was instrumental in shaping the budget during that time. In 1965, Senator Byrd began his service as a U.S. Senator. And in 1970, he became the first independent to win the U.S. Senate seat, running as an independent against both a Republican and a Democrat, and obtaining a majority in that race. He was reelected 6 years later and served until 1983, when he retired. Senator Byrd is remembered for his steadfast stance on fiscal responsibility and limited government. He believed that we have too many laws, too much government regulation, and too much government spending. He disliked centralization of power and believed the least governed are the best governed. He was a firm believer in a strong national defense, having served in the U.S. Naval Reserve as a lieutenant commander in World War II. But there's much more to Senator Byrd than his political career. His first and lifelong profession was in the newspaper business. He started at the Winchester Evening Star in 1935, where his father had been publisher. He was soon editor and publisher, and subsequently was chairman of the board for many years. In addition, he was publisher of the Harrisonburg Daily News Record and a member of its board of directors. He was also director and later vice president of the Associated Press. And he was involved in some capacity in the newspaper business for nearly 8 decades. In Winchester, Senator Byrd was active in the Apple Blossom Festival. He attended the very first Apple Blossom Festival and missed only 2 when he was a cadet at VMI. For years, he served as the festival vice president. In 1941, Harry Byrd Jr. married Gretchen Thompson, who was the queen of the 1937 festival. And that marriage lasted for 48 years until Mrs. Byrd's death in 1989. Senator Byrd was well respected for his positive demeanor, his personal generosity, and his acts of beneficence. Senator Harry F. Byrd Jr. started the leadership program at UVA, which grants awards to graduating U.S. seniors in the 11 congressional districts in the Commonwealth. He started an endowment at VMI to give a public service award annually to a deserving public service member. And locally in Winchester, he and the Winchester Star provided monetary assistance to Shenandoah University, which named its School of Business in his honor. And finally, in his will, Senator Byrd left $10,000 to each of the 76 full-time employees in the various Byrd newspapers who had spent more than 10 years in service working for him. Senator Byrd was a citizen statesman, a businessman, and a loving family man. We are honored and proud of Senator Byrd's generosity of time and talent to Winchester, our Commonwealth, and our country. And I am pleased to present this memorial resolution to the family. Please join us in sharing with Thomas, Harry, and Sharon, and the rest of the Byrd family our respect for the memory of Harry F. Byrd Jr. Thank you. This is the resolution. If you would like to stand here. Thank you very much.
Very nice of you to do this.
We are honored to have the family with us today.
Thank you.
And we thank you for taking the time to be with us today. We thank you for all of the, and we thank you for the legacy that your father has left. Thank you for being here.
Very much.